For the crowd, keeping them in their seats to the very end as we'll go through this set of introductions, and hiding from the crowd for his introduction as the Olympic champion, Soufiane el-Baqali.
Paul, you talk about a national hero. That gold medal at the Tokyo Games was Morocco's lone medal. So he is definitely the draw in the center of attention today.
He was the first Moroccan Olympic champion since Hisham El Gurouch back in Athens in 2004. One spot behind him in the standings was Girma of Ethiopia. The 21-year-old is in the field. Tegigan of Ethiopia. It's a strong group of African runners, as you would expect here in Rabat. And Keegan, bronze medal, but in his 6 races so far in the steeple in 2022, he's not been as hot as he was last year.
Yeah, he really hasn't, Paul. In that Doha Diamond League event that we called, we saw him there finish 6th in a very, very similar field to what we have today. Hillary Bohr was 4th in that race. These are opportunities to race against the very best. And speaking of the very best, Conseslus Kipruto, 2 times world champion in 19 and 17, Olympic champ in 16. He's in the field. He's been off his form a little bit. Ran just over 8:30 at altitude.
Kipruto has been dealing with some legal troubles away from the track and is not, as Josh mentioned, been anywhere near what he was in those World Championship years of 2017 and 2019, but he is the reigning world champion. As they swiftly get underway here, the pace setters out in front, trying to drive this pace early. Got to try to take them through first kilometer at about 2:41, so try to keep this pace honest, but right now the rest of the group not wanting to go anywhere near those pace setters to start off.
Well, and Paul, I talked about it a little bit on that Tokyo flashback with El-Baqali. He's more than content to run a tactical race. You see him there wandering out in the outside of lane 2, making his way through the traffic. But he's perfectly content. He would like to get the win here today. But we'll see how comfortable this pace is allowed to go.
Jones are the pace setters as they come to the water jump for the first time. And El-Baqali perfectly happy to be behind Girma here early on. We've seen a lot of showmanship by El-Baqali at some of the races in Rabat over the years. He likes to feed off the crowd, but right now he is perfectly happy with staying in the race in that 3rd position with 6 laps to go and the crowd on their feet. We'll be back with the close of the steeplechase in a moment. The night. You can see those cameras lighting up the stands here as they cheer on the hero, Morocco's Soufiane el-Baqali, right behind Lamechia Girma of Ethiopia, the silver medalist ahead of the gold medalist now with 4 laps to go. Still the pace setter out here in front, trying to keep this pace honest. The American Hillary Bohr still in the middle of that pack, but still very much in this race. Avinash Sable of India, who had the early world's best time, a new national record also in this mix, and Conseslus Kipruto still also racing well, but not sure anyone's cheering for any of those people right now in Rabat.
El-Baqali is right where he wants to be. Girma looks very good there behind, right on the rail. Girma, silver medalist at the last 2 global championships, 8:01:36, personal best in this event. He's very fit. Right behind El-Baqali is
Tegigen of Ethiopia trying to lead that group that includes Bor to try to stay within a few strides of Girma and El-Bakali. That's still the pace setter out in front. He'll be stepping off the track here shortly.
And Paul, we're going to get a 2K split here. Pacemaker was 2:38.69 at 1K. Here we go, 5:25.69. Paul, they're running. We could see a sub-8 here.
Only one sub-8 has occurred this year. That's Girma, who ran 7:58.68 in Ostrava just a few days ago to close out the month of May. He has the lead. El-Bakali and Tegigen. But El-Bakali's showing no sense of urgency, right?
Zero. And he's perfectly content to run on the rail in second. He loves to do this. We talked about it on that intro flashback of Tokyo. That was the first time he went to the lead. And he loves doing it. And Girma's thinking, man, you see him looking up at the board. I've seen this before. But it's nice to be out in front, particularly in a steeplechase, away from the fray, away from the traffic. That's the beauty of a fast pace, because it does get strung out. When you get guys looking at each other and guys in lane 2 and 3 and they're really bunched up, and particularly when you're talking about a water jump, the traffic can get nasty. But these guys are all running.
Well, if you're the meeting director in Rabat, this is exactly what you wanted scripted. Everybody on their feet now as the Olympic gold medalist tries to chase down the Olympic silver medalist in a rematch from Tokyo in 1 lap to run.
Well, and you can see the partisan crowd there going nuts, Paul, on the backstretch, cheering for El-Bakali. And here he goes with the big move. Let's see if Girma can match. He's trying, but I don't think so, Paul. El-Bakali looks great.
Well, they'll come to the interior once again. This final water jump, just as it did in Tokyo, will potentially mean the difference. As El-Bakali sails through, off the final turn, less than 100 meters to go. The Olympic champion over the final barrier. Girma cannot respond. And the Olympic champion will celebrate the win in Rabat. And the crowd joins him in the celebration.
What a fantastic final lap by El-Bakali. And you were right, Paul. This is exactly the script. This is how you draw it up. Gold medalist chasing silver medalist, makes the move on the backstretch. A magnificent final water jump for El-Bakali. He did not get wet, though he used those long legs and powered down the home stretch. World leader, meeting record 7:58.